When I use the dimmer for the high beams, I'm losing all my headlights. And then I hit the high beam switch again, and the regular lights would come on, and then they would flash, and then I lost them again. So this was coming back from the Orangeville Blues and Jazz Festival, and I'm not sure what happened. I just think I got a bad switch, and so what I've done is, there is the headlight high beam switch. So I've pulled the carpet back, and I'm going to change that switch out, and we're going to see if this solves my problem, and that it's just this switch. Either that, or there's another ground or something. So we're going to find out. I'm going to change this switch, and we'll go from there. So I got the high beam dimmer switch out, and I'm noticing that there's quite a height difference. So I'm hoping that this is tall enough to get through the carpet, right? So we shall see how this works. I'm not sure if that's going to work. So this is an original unit. I would assume that it's probably, by the looks of it, if it's not the original, then it's pretty close to the original. But that height difference has me concerned. So everything else looks okay. This has a bit of a multi-fit hole, like a opening on the one side, so that I guess it can fit multiple applications. This one here, I don't know. We are going to find out the hard way if this new smaller height unit will work in my application. Hold on. And this is the area that I pulled it out of. So it goes right in the hole in the floor there. There's the connector for it. It all looks original, but anyway, we'll see. Okay, so there it is installed. I couldn't put the plastic collar, the ring, in the carpet down all the way because I wouldn't be able to push in the dimmer switch. So I've got it up on the switch a bit, so now I'm gonna turn the car on and see if I got high beams. Anyway, bear with me. Too many keys. Okay, so there's my high beams, there's my low beams. Looks like I got headlights right now. So unless it does something funky when I'm driving at night, everything's okay. So, problem solved. Even though the switch is not as tall, I guess it still works. I just don't have the rubber ring for the high beam pushed all the way to the floor, because it doesn't give me any room for the switch to activate. So that's what I've learned. So not all is the same. Okay, so I did the headlight dimmer switch, And I've changed the rear taillight bulbs because I had one bulb that was burnt out. But what I found is that the bulbs, the new bulbs, don't sit in the housing as nicely as the old bulb. And I don't know why. So maybe it's the bottom of the bulb. I'm not sure. So I was just going to take a look at this and see if I can detect any difference on why the old bulbs fit tighter into the housing. So here I've got two bulbs and I'm trying to look at the difference, and all I can see is at the bottom the old bulb has got like a little bit of a different bottom, and the two positive and negative I guess electrodes for the light, they stick out a little farther, and so you end up with a bulb that's sort of loose in the housing. And I had to jerry rig it kind of to find out to find the best position when I insert the bulb so that it connects. So it's just kind of loosely put in there, and what's going to happen is it's going to come loose, and then I'm going to lose the tail lights on this one side. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I was trying to figure out how these tail light housings came out, and on my 80 Cutlass, well, 80 Cutlass and most of the other cars I've had, it is a twist to the left. Well, these, they just sort of pull out like that. So let's see. So if you can see this, what they do is they push in and they pull out. And so these just come out, they don't have to twist, you just sort of pull them out. But I'm going to try and show this, but this light is loose. It's hard to show, but see this here? This is how loose that light is. And so right now, if I turn on the light, this one's not going to light up. So here, I'll show you what I mean. So just pull on the marker lights. So one a really nice item on the 68 is the rocket logo on the rear quarter that's lit up. It's just really nice. Anyway, so here is, now I don't have any light. So this is what I'm talking about. So if you take this and I gotta set this up someplace. It's just too hard to do it with one hand. So I'm gonna, hold on a second. I'm gonna set this up here, and then I'm gonna try and show you what I'm talking about. So this bulb is just a loose fitting in there. And if I put it in and lock it in, I'm not getting any light on that, right? So what I got to do is I've got to turn it and unlock it a little bit so that it puts pressure on the electrodes so that it lights up. So now what we do is we just push it in. There, it clips in. and it's lit up. And then this one, there. So it's an older bulb and it's lit up now. Okay, so now I have taillights, but this bulb is loose. It doesn't fit in the housing the way the old bulb does. So I'm going to lose this turn signal, or I'm going to lose this light bulb because it's in there just, I don't know, it's in there in a loose fashion, and I can't lock it in place because if I lock it in place, it doesn't put enough pressure on the light bulb housing, and at the bottom there's two pieces of steel that touch the bottom of that light bulb, and I don't know what to do about that. That is something that I haven't come across before, where the light bulb, the new light bulbs are a little different than the old ones, and they don't fit in the housing as snugly as they should. So that is something that I'm going to have to research. I'll talk to a mechanic, see what they say. Maybe there's something that I can do. Maybe I can unhook the battery and root around at the bottom of this housing and sort of lift the pieces of steel forward so that it puts more pressure on the bulb. I'm not sure what I can do with that. But anyway, so that's how you change the rear tail lights on a 1968 442, and be prepared to have a problem with the new bulbs putting enough pressure so that they make contact with the light bulb housing. Anyway, that's all I got for